We're going to teach you in this video how to develop confidence. Who the hell am I to tell you how to develop confidence? Well, I've worked with over 500,000 athletes and entrepreneurs through a variety of my programs to teach them to get into the zone, to move and behave in a way that exudes confidence. Now, I want to tell you right off the bat, to have confidence, there's two types of confidence. There's an abstract confidence, the way you just generally move through life into any new situation. And then there's confidence that you have when you're on the job, when you're doing what it is you love. Let's look at the abstract idea of confidence first, just that confidence you have in any situation. And that's made up of three things, really. First is your body language. And body language is made up of several components in and of itself. Your body language has to be up, right. You have to have you'll notice confident people, think of Barack Obama or Conor McGregor or even a great actor, their chin's slightly up usually. There's something about the head being angled, not up prideful, but just up a little bit, ready to attack the situation, eager to look around and see what's happening in a new environment. And the head's typically not down. It's slightly up. So you want to do that, and you want to have fire in your eyes. Your eyes either want to be locked specifically onto a target, or you want to have a great sort of peripheral vision where you're kind of seeing everything and taking in the whole environment. There's no looking at the ground. There's no, we call it tunnel focus, where you're just kind of looking through a tunnel. Confident people tend to focus on a target, or they're seeing the whole room. And then there's an overall body tempo. They typically move a little bit faster. They move a little bit more powerful. It's a little more angular than swoopy and curved. Though there are confident people who have a smooth aura about them, a smooth body cadence. But if you're in doubt, if you're lacking confidence, when you walk into a room, have a little bit more body tempo, fire in the eyes, and start to actually, what's ironic is you start to vacate the sense of I. You merge into the situation, you start to feel the room, and your energy, people know you're there to really be a part of whatever the environment is. Confident people go in optimistic, and their optimism about an environment, meaning they can get along with anybody in there, they can have a conversation with anybody, naturally propels them to a leadership position. So number one, we want to check our body language. Make sure our overall body tempo is good, our voice has we're speaking from our chest, we're speaking a little bit quickly, and our head slightly raised, and we have fire in our eyes. And by fire in our eyes, it means we're searching the room and or locking on to something. That's what confident people do. It becomes a habit. You'll just start to do it naturally, especially when I tell you what we're going to do at the end. The other thing that confident people do is they say the right things to themselves. So they're constantly saying, I love my life and everything in it. This is fantastic. I can do it. I'm excited about this. When you start to say you're excited about certain things, instead of, I have to go do something. This coming week I went back to school, and I have a midterm in grad school. And I found myself saying, I can't believe I have to do this. Well then, guess what? I started saying, I'm excited. I got a midterm. I get to study. I get to learn this stuff even better. I'm excited to take this midterm. What a test. What a challenge. I can't wait to do this. So I started to change my internal thoughts. And confident people, when they are going into an interview, when they're going into a job, they constantly say, I'm excited to. I want to. I can't believe I get to do this. How lucky am I? So we want to constantly monitor our internal dialogues. Sorry for the cats in the background, if you can hear them. We're constantly monitoring our internal dialogue, and we're doing one of two things. We're saying the opposite of a negative. We're saying the opposite, and then we're expanding it. So if we say, I don't want to go to work today, we start saying, I want to go to work. And then we go beyond that. Just beyond wanting to, we're excited to. I don't feel very good today. I feel tired. Instead of just saying, I have energy, we say, I have the most energy I've ever had in my life. I feel more energy today than I've ever had. And you start saying that to yourself, you'll start to feel it. So if we catch a negative thought in our mind, we say the opposite, and then we expand the opposite into something even better than normal. Very powerful to do. So on a side note, I've talked about this before. I found myself for a while going upstairs, and by the time I got to the top of the stairs, I was dog-ass tired. And I caught myself doing that. So what I started doing is, as I went up the stairs, I started saying, my legs feel light, my legs feel good. And I started bouncing up the stairs. And within 2 or 3 days, by the time I got to the top of the stairs, I had energy just by changing my thought. That's the power of your thoughts. Just change your thoughts a little bit. So that's what I would do. And then I started saying, once I had the energy, every time I stepped upstairs, and I still do this to this day, even if it's like 2 or 3 steps, I say, I love my life. I love my life. I love my life on each step. So it's I 1 step, love my life. So 4 steps, and I say it 1 word on each step. I'm constantly monitoring my self-talk, my inner dialogue. Okay? The third thing we have to do is have powerful images. Confident people are envisioning things they want. You know, a good thing I tell guys to do is before you go over to a girl you want to talk to, or before you go to a business meeting or something, envision success very quickly. Just see a snapshot of what it is you want. And we tell people if you catch yourself thinking this isn't going to work out and you have a vision of your life being bad, what we want you to do is push that away. We say dim and push. Dim it and then push it to the horizon and then replace it with a big, bright, bold image. So if you're going in for a job interview and in your mind you see yourself coming home broke again, not getting the job, instead replace it with something very bright and bold. See yourself getting the job, walking out with the job, how confident you're going to be in the interview, and turn up the brightness, make it HD. And you could do that. Your mind really works on images. It needs images. Words are powerful, but images, I think, are some of the most powerful things because they tend to generate feelings better. And when we're dealing with the human psyche, when we're dealing with motivation, we're really talking about how to generate the right feelings for every situation. And feelings are primordial, in my opinion. They're the things we have to really concentrate on because that's what confidence is. So to develop the feeling of confidence, what we're doing is we're attacking it from three different avenues. We're attacking it through our physiology, changing our body language. We're attacking it verbally because human beings are very verbal. And then we're attacking it with images. So images are probably the way humans thought before they had words, I would assume. So our brains are hardwired to produce images and react to those images. So when we start to see the future constantly, with a big, bright, and bold, we start to literally build confidence. These are the building blocks to confidence. Body language, the right words we say to ourselves, and then the images we produce. Now, let's add confidence in the skills we want. The career we're in. Let's say we're a writer, or an athlete, or a musician, or an entrepreneur. If you want confidence in that area, you still do the same 3 things, but we need to add 1 or 2 more things to it. The first thing we need to add is if you could take someone's confidence, if you see an athlete who says, I just went out there and I felt confident, and you could take their confidence, you could smash it on the ground and see what it was made of, like smash it into all its little pieces and pick up a piece of confidence and see what it's made of. You'd find it be made of repetitions, mostly. If it's an athlete, it's an athlete who's really put a lot of reps in on the basketball court or on the golf course. If it's a businessman, you'd see someone who's practiced his pitch, who knows his industry inside and out. If it's a musician, you'd see the reps of them practicing the songs over and over and over again. When people say I have confidence, really they're saying I have confidence in my past, meaning I have confidence in all the work and practice I've put in. That's the confidence that they have. Another element of confidence, and we have to be real here, is when people you respect in your peer group tell you you have some talent. Now, at the beginning, you're not going to have access to that, probably. Okay, so you just have to forego that and keep working without someone saying, hey, you're pretty good. An example of a peer review would be being an athlete and voted MVP. That's evidence that you're good. We need that. The human ego loves peer-reviewed confidence. Okay, so that's part of confidence too, but it's not as much as the reps. The reps lead to that peer-reviewed confidence. Okay, you also want to make sure that you're deriving confidence from any statistics and measurements you can get. So if there's a number that somebody in the top of your industry reaches, and you're starting to reach that number, confidence can come from facts and statistics as well. So when you break up confidence, it's made of these things. And of course, there's that abstract feeling of things work out for me. Confident people feel like they're lucky, that things are going to go their way. So it's very important that you start to have that winning feeling. Maxwell Maltz, in his book Psycho-Cybernetics, told people, walk around with that winning feeling. Walk around like you're lucky. One of my friends told me one time, her mother always used to tell her, look, luck is a skill. How the hell can luck be a skill? You're either lucky or you're not. The Wheel of Fortune spins your way or doesn't. But I found confident people, no matter what happens, they think, oh, that was meant to be. That was what was supposed to happen to me. Things work out my way. A bad sales day, that was lucky. Now we can dig in and see what's going on. It's also going to test our resilience. I just got an fender bender. That's great. I get to get a new paint job. Everything to them is lucky. No matter what happens, that's the way they think. And then when lucky things happen, they go, of course that happened for me. Of course that's supposed to happen. I'm a lucky person. I'm a confident person. And that ties in with saying the positive self-talk, the positive imagery, and the positive body language. All of that, no matter what happens, you start to feel like, that's lucky. That girl rejected me. How lucky am I? Not the right one, clearly. Now I'm closer to finding the right one. The last point I want to make to actually build confidence, I hope you're getting a lot out of this. To actually build confidence, this is my hack. I put this in all my programs. You know the 3 things you really have to do. It's your body language, your words, and the images. And if you're in any environment where you can get a lot of repetitions in, number 4, reps. But take out your iPhone, take out your Android, and every 15 minutes, I want you to set your alarm. And when your alarm goes off every 15 minutes, you promise yourself that you're going to keep on, you're going to check those 3 things. It's like a flight checklist every 15 minutes. You're going to make sure that your body language is powerful. You're going to make sure your words are powerful and your images are powerful. Every 15 minutes, check. You don't build confidence by watching this one video. You build confidence throughout the day so you actually start to develop a habit. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., my phone goes off every 15 minutes, and I do that check. And I promise myself for the next 15 minutes, I'll maintain that. And you'll find when you first start, you really just check your body language and everything for about, and your self-talk and your images for 5 minutes, and then suddenly you've lost it again. And that alarm goes off and you go, oh, okay, I got to sit straight up, got to put fire in my eyes, and get back into the actual, cat's going into something. Get back into the confidence groove. Okay? So that's what you do. Every 15 minutes, set the alarm, check your confidence. And then pretty soon, maybe you can do it every half an hour. And then every hour. But I think even for most, every hour is a good way to check your confidence. Make sure you're maintaining the 3 pillars of confidence. And listen, the human mind's proclivity is to tend towards defeat and smallness. So especially if you've been someone who happens to feel less than confident, you're going to have to do this every 15 minutes just to keep the mind from going back into its old pattern. Don't feel guilty about it. Happens to everybody. I tell athletes all the time, every 15 minutes, see yourself hitting a game-winning shot or making a game-winning swing. I tell entrepreneurs, every 15 minutes, create an image where you see yourself with the big office and all the employees and see your bank account growing and see the sales coming in, okay? So that's how you build confidence. And I'll just add one more bonus. People who know me, my name's One More Thing. Keep exposing yourself to motivational material like the stuff on this channel. I pride myself on giving not just motivation, but actual tactics you can use that I've tried. I see so many channels. It's like they just wrote down, these 3 things sound pretty good. Why don't you do these 3 things? You know, they've never really tested it, never really tried it. I've used this stuff on myself, but also on a lot of athletes and entrepreneurs, okay? Please like, subscribe. You gotta like, you got to subscribe. You got to hit the notification bell. And if you go to my website, you can opt in and get an email alert every time I post something. Talk to you guys soon. I'm going to be posting a lot. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.